Hi, I'm Kim Kohler from KimberlyKohler.com, and today I have a new inspirational video for you. So last week I showed you how to make multimedia quote cards, and you can certainly use them as inspiration. Just making them is a creative activity, but today I wanted to show you a couple of ways to use them as inspiration for other creative endeavors. In my new jewelry design workshop, I share a very specific inspirational prompt or tool that I use to get inspiration for my jewelry design ideas. And it's what I use to come up with ideas for my upcoming new jewelry collection. And you can learn more about my jewelry design workshop in the link below this video. But today I wanted to show you how we're going to use these quote cards, how you can use them to either make art journal pages or even as jewelry design inspiration. I use any inspiration I can get for my jewelry designs. I love to make art journal pages, and I often translate those art journal pages into jewelry designs. And you can use the quote cards that you made last week in the same way as I use art journal pages for inspiration for jewelry designs. So when you look at your quote card, think about the feeling it evokes, or you can even use the colors or the imagery that you've used on your quote card as inspiration for jewelry pieces. You might want to think about shapes or just general themes and feelings that you get. So let me show you a couple of ways I use the quote card to create an art journal page and then also to create a piece of jewelry. So let's go over to my work table. So this is the quote card I chose. Never too old, never too bad, never too late, never too sick to start from scratch again. Right now I feel like I have a lot of things going on in my life, and it's hard to just get started on certain just little tasks, let alone when starting over with different things. Like, I'm making some changes in my business and it seems like, should I be doing this? My age, there's a lot going on in my life, but I feel very strongly toward it. So anyway, this quote feels very near and dear to my heart. So the first thing I actually did was took this quote and decided to make an art journal page. So this is actually a 2-page spread. I love this art journal I used last year, was square, and I loved the whole rectangular thing. I did a lot of 2-page spreads. And there's actually a video of a flip through of this art journal if you're interested at all in seeing what I created last year in it. But today I just wanted to show you this. And so I just took the quote itself and used it as inspiration. Created this page. So if you watched the video for the quote cards, I created this page basically the same way I created those cards. I did a background of watercolor, and in this case I did some sketching of these flowers, and there's some stamping that's really faint. I'll have a picture on my website of this so you can see more detail. And I just added and collaged, and this is actually a photograph I took as well that also kind of reminded me of the quote of a place we visited, my husband and I. And so from here I actually took my inspiration for my jewelry piece. So when you're looking for inspiration for jewelry pieces, sometimes it's not super obvious of how to do that. But I actually have a system I use that I actually teach the system in my jewelry design workshop, but I'll give you a little bit of a preview for free here. So you just want to look at this piece you created. And it could be any inspiration. It could be you're sitting in nature looking around you or anything like that. So you just look at that, or it could be your quote card that you're looking at. And you don't have to take this quote, the quote was the inspiration for the page, but it's not necessarily my inspiration for my jewelry piece. I look at the colors, the themes, any ideas I can pull from this that could translate into jewelry, and then I make kind of what I call a jewelry map, which is, I teach that in the jewelry design workshop. But basically, you're just taking ideas, any ideas you get from this, to create your jewelry piece. So let me show you the jewelry piece I created. It's super simple. It's basically, I created a pendant. I'm going to go in closer, but I wanted to show you kind of far away how it kind of resembles this art journal page. So as you can see, I use a color, and actually, to my surprise, this bead goes very, like, it's like the same person created this bead in this paper I used. And I also used a feather. Feathers, I love feathers. It's kind of an indication that you're on the right path. If you come across a white feather when you're walking, so I just kind of use that as symbolism that I'm on the right path. So I just kind of pulled out the colors and some of the imagery to create this jewelry piece. I've showed you my kind of progression from the quote card to the art journal page to the jewelry piece. You could just simply go from the quote card and whatever you used to create it and pull colors or ideas from that to create your jewelry piece. I just added an extra step in between. So I hope you find some inspiration today for your jewelry creations. Remember, you can find the quote cards in the last video I did, and you'll find a link below the video in the description. Go on over to my blog post for today that goes along with this video. You'll see up close picture of the art journal page and of this jewelry piece, and you can also find out more about my jewelry design workshop in the link below the video as well. Have a great day.